Yay! We are live! And I am alive, which is actually a good thing, because if I weren't, that would be a terrible thing for me. May not be for others, but it would be absolutely shocking for me. Anyway, good to see you. I hope you've had a good day, a good afternoon, a good evening, a good morning, wherever you are and whatever you're doing in the world. I am back again, and today, what we're going to do, quickly, is we're going to, I'll probably turn it down a bit. How am I going to do this and look at the other stuff? I haven't really thought this through, have I? I haven't really thought this through. I really haven't. This is going to be a bit problematic, because what I wanted to do was I wanted to do this, right? Oh, I wanted to do that, because it's the King's speech, you see, and I haven't seen it, and I wanted to watch it with you, the lovely single viewer that I have got. Yes, I wanted to watch it with you, and obviously do a bit of commentary on it. Now this goes on for about the length of my actual stream. Beth Gish is here, everyone. So what I'll have to do when I get into other bits, because obviously watching this is like, it's going to be a bit boring to say the least, isn't it? But when I watched about the first, I don't know, no more than a minute or two of it, right? And the one thing that struck me is the money. The money. Now, I'm not envious, I'm not jealous, and all those things. Fair play. Fair play. Some people have got loads of money. Good luck to them. You know, I wish I was one of them. I'm working on it. Slowly but surely, I'm working on it. Whether I'll run out of years before I get there, I don't know. Anyway, Touche is here, everyone. I'm going to turn this thing down a little bit over here, because there's not a lot going on. So what I might do is I'll leave it running, but then the screen might change, because I want to look at some news in between, if you get my drift. But the main thing I really, really want to watch is the King's speech, because I don't know if you are aware, I'm sure you are. You must be. The King doesn't write the speech. No, the government or somebody writes the speech. And look at the money. Look, there's the crown. Look, there's the crown. He's got his crown jewels there. Oh, look at that. Look at it all. I mean, I do like, I've got to say, I do like the pomp and circumstance and all that. I just wish we didn't have to pay for it. Talking about paying for it, right? So I'll leave that running, because we'll go back to that in a minute. Oh, hang on. No, there's a bit here that I want to look at. I want you to see as well. There's a bit here. This is the weird ceremonies. What is all this ceremony stuff about? I really don't know. I mean, is this centuries old? Where did all this come? Is it Masonic? Where does all this come from? Does anybody know? If there's an intellect, oh look, I mean, there they all are. All the top pods, all the top people are there. They are. Are they called beef eaters? Why do they make them dress like that? This is 2026. Why do they make them dress like that? Why have they got tights on? What's that about? Why are they yeomen? I don't know what they are. Are they beef eaters? Are they called beef? I don't know. That just shows you. Look, don't blame me. That's the state of British. I know you could say, look, you're old enough to find out these things for yourself now. And I know that is true. But I don't care. Because I really don't care. I'm more interested in, I like the grandeur of it all. Right? I mean, who are these people? How do you get an invite to that? See what I mean? Here comes the crown, look. Look, there's the crown. Priceless. Absolute priceless. Now, some would say, some could say, that's pillaging. That's pillaging, and it should all go back. It should all be given back to where it all came from. Do you know what I mean? That belongs to the people. Of course it does. That's why when I was young, and I'm on about a long time ago now, I went to, what's it called? Where they, there's some, it's where they hold the crown jewels. I can't remember what it's called. It's in London, obviously. Is it the Tower of London or something? Something like that. Anyway, I went there years and years and years and years and years ago. And I wanted to go in and see the crown jewels, because as a UK citizen, or an Englishman, I own a tiny speck of that. It actually belongs to me, like it does you if you're in the same situation. So I didn't expect to have to pay to go in there, right? You know, people pay rates, we pay our taxes, all that. Tower of London, yeah. Thank you very much, Too Shy. So I didn't expect to have to pay to go in there, right? So when I went up and they said, "Oh yeah, you got to pay," I was like, "What are you on about?" To one of these beefeater guys or whatever they were, I went, "I've got a British passport, mate." I said, "I should be able to go." I said, "That belongs to me." No, you got to pay. I was like, "What do you mean? They're probably not even the real ones in there, are they? Do you reckon there'd be the real ones in there that people can pay to go and look at? Why should we have to pay?" Now, when I lived in the Costa del Sol in Spain, I visited, I can't remember what the name of the place was, but it was on the coast. And it was further away. But there was this, like, old Roman, right on the beach, right? It was like an old, what are they doing worshipping that Santa's hat? What's that about? Anyway, there was this old, like, Roman thing. It had one of those open air, oh, God, I'm good at this, aren't I? Not an auditorium. Is it an auditorium? They got a special name for it, haven't they? An open air thing. And there was like all the old. It weren't there. But it was the ruins of it. But as an EU citizen, right? I showed my passport. You didn't have to pay. You could just go in. It was because you could just go in and have a look round. And it was absolutely beautiful. And it was like the sun was shining. Obviously the weather was lovely. Well, I say obviously, it's not anymore. I just watched a guy called Jeff Buys Cars. And he drove from one side of Europe down to Portugal, right? For probably the furthest distance you can go. And when he was in Spain, because I lived in Spain for many years, and I've drove backward and forward to Spain, I noticed the sky was really cloudy. And I was like, and I saw the old planes leaving what some consider to be a conspiracy theory, the chemtrails, and the haze in the sky and all that. And I thought, it never used to look like that when I lived there. It was honestly, 98, maybe more % of the time, it was just crystal blue sky. Now to see here is here, everybody. Yes, one of us. One of ours is here. Oh, double cheer for now to see here. Amphitheatre. See? There are intellectuals that watch me. You know what I mean? I don't care what other people say. Too many laughs? How do you get the job as the people that protect? Are these the kings and king? And she's not supposed to be the queen, is she? I thought when Diana was, she wasn't assassinated. I won't say she was assassinated. When Diana had that car crash in France, in that tunnel where there was no cameras that day, and it was very mysterious, all of it, right? Very, right? When she was like done with, and then they got the new bird in, didn't they say that she weren't going to be called the Queen? Weren't that part of the deal? Because the people was the people so loved Princess Diana, or was she Queen then? No. Was she Queen then? Was he King then? No, she was Princess, weren't she? Oh, they all stood up. Did they all stand up for the crown? I suppose you've got to, really, as you get your head cut off. Now, don't get me wrong. I would like the royals, right? I wouldn't personally mind royalty, because I'm not a big fan. But I wouldn't personally mind royalty if they were in charge for the people, right? If they were actually physically in charge and took responsibility for it all, right? Like, say like I was the king. Wouldn't that be great? Imagine that, if you can. I can. Brilliant. Imagine if I was a king, right? And my best interests were the people of the country and the country itself. And I had to make all the decisions, and like a dictator almost, but for the benefit of the people. Nazulium is here, everyone. Good to see a couple of regulars turning up. Oh, excuse me, that was bad. I like Jeff Buys Cars. He's awake. Yeah, he's good, isn't he, Jeff Buys Cars? What was I saying about him anyway? Oh, yeah, the sky. I'd already gone over that. I thought I'd done one of them brain fog things again. But anyway, I wouldn't mind royalty if the king was like in charge, or the Queen, right? Actually, and I mean in charge, like made the decisions. Do you know what I mean? Like back when it was, that's what it was. The King said this is going to happen, and that's what happens. You know what I mean? But they've always ripped into, made people poor, haven't they? You know what I mean? I don't think we've ever had a, you know, have we? You ain't going to see the King on the front line, are you? I mean, on Netflix, I don't know if you've seen, I don't know if you're into movies. I am massive into movies. That was one of the things with the Convid that really pissed me off, because it drew my eyelids right over my head and my eyes. I can't watch a lot of stuff now. I can't watch it. I just can't do it. It makes me just, I can't do it. And I've lost something there, because I used to be able to lose myself in a load of nonsense on a film. But I can still watch certain films. But that one that I did watch, The King. See, stuff like that I can watch, because I don't know how true it is, right? I don't know how true that story is. But if you've not seen The King, if you like movies and you like England, and if you watch The King, that's a great film. That's a great film. And I'll tell you one that's not a great film, but I can't remember what it's called. It's on Netflix at the minute. Or no, I think it's on Amazon Prime at the moment. It's horrendous. It's the worst film. I really believe it could be in my top 3 worst films, if not the worst film I've ever seen. Somebody will tell me in the chat what that film is called, and they will study it and tell me, because I can't remember. But it is horrendous. I mean, oh God! I only carried on watching it. We were watching it just to see how bad it got. Greenland, that was the one. Oh, it was horrific. I would rather watch this bloke.
The return of the sausages.
I'd rather watch that bloke doing a speech, and that would be difficult. So anyway, there's other bits of news going on. We'll get back into this, the King stuff, because it's important. But like I say, he hasn't wrote this. This has been given to him because this is what it is. This is the thing. This is, oh, they're all standing up. This is what it is. They've all got scripts to read by their masters, and they have all got masters, you know. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? Oh, there's some bird coming in with a pair of gloves in her hand. All right, okay. And what's happening now? Bloke with a big gold thing. Oh, look at David Lammy. Don't he look lovely? Don't David Lammy look a peach with his wig on? Cultural appropriation at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. If that isn't cultural appropriation, how can they say cultural appropriation when David Lammy looks like that? Look, come on. If that isn't cultural appropriation, I don't know what is. I really don't know what is. How can they moan when, how can they say that the UK is racist when we've got the likes of David Lammy in that position, in this setting, wearing that fine wig and robes, right? Because he's obviously, I don't know what they have to do to get into that game, but I'm sure it's like the Epstein files and they're all involved. How many people are in the Epstein files, mate? Everyone! That's right, everyone. Who knows what these people, what they have to go through to get into these things. You can't talk about the secret societies, right? I'm not going to do that on YouTube. That's all conspiratorial stuff, right? There aren't any. There's none. None, I say. Anyway, so we're going to move away from this for a minute. I'm going to turn it down a little bit because it's a bit, they're all mumbling. There's nothing worse than rich people mumbling, isn't it? So anyway, what the other thing I wanted to show you was, as all that opulence is on show, and who is this? Boob Jones, worst afro I've ever seen. Too many laughs. He comes in and what a comment! Bob Jones. Bob Jones comes in with an absolute golden one. Worst afro I've ever seen. Fantastic. And Bob Jones is here, everyone. Oh, yeah. Oh, you can't go wrong with a guy called Bob. Bob. Yes, Bob. Do you remember that? Was that, not, that weren't Blackadder. Yeah, it was Blackadder, weren't it? No, yeah, Blackadder, when he was in the trenches. Bob. Rowan Atkinson, one of the greatest living actors of our age. Surely. Not Shirley. Look at this lot. Hang on, I've got to go back to this a minute. Look at this lot here. Look at all this lot. They're all awake. That's what I wanted to show you. They're all awake. I think, is this the House of Lords and Ladies? Lords and ladies, don't you know? Aren't they marvellous? Working classes, bloody marvellous. Who else would look after our horses? Do you remember that? No, you wouldn't have remembered that. I was a little kid and I was sat up one night. Oh, she's an octogenarian lot. She looks like she's in Star Wars. Dun 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 dun. Oh my good lord! What was her name? Weren't she in Play School or Romper Room or something? See, that's a better looking afro, isn't it? Now you can't say that's a better looking afro. Definitely, Bob. Without a doubt, Bob, that is definitely a better looking afro. Oh, look at the opulence. But that's what I was getting to. So the opulence of it all is marvellous. It's majestic. It's fantasticos, right? But the fact of the matter is, this is the UK debt clock. Now, they are living in a life of opulence. And as you can see there, that's live, that is that 3,825,895,350,60,000 and Floella Benjamin, that was it. I'll tell you what, now to see here is absolutely an intellectual. I don't care what anybody else says. He's an intellectual, without a shadow of a doubt. Absolutely brilliant. Well, he's more intellectual than me anyway. So, yeah, he is. Don't worry about it. No, look, Bob was only saying that he's seen better afros. There's no need to take offence. There's no need to get all shirty about it now. Come on. You don't need to be doing that. Now then, 3 trillion, I can't even read that word. I can't read it. Can somebody explain what that says? And that says the UK national debt grows at a rate of £5,170 per second. Be a nice earner if you could get it, wouldn't it? £5,170 a second. Yeah, that's the national debt. But the opulence, with the opulence we see on the other side, is that where all this is going? Is that where a lot of this is going? I don't know. How would I know? The debt per citizen is £53,418, and the debt per taxpayer is £91,879. So, if you've got a little bit of debt, shouldn't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it until your debt gets to these sort of levels. And you know what they say about debt, don't you? I don't know if you do know what they say about debt. One of the things they say about debt is, if you owe the bank 300 quid, you have got a problem. If you owe the bank £5 million, the bank has got a problem. Oh yes. What? Yeah. If you, yeah, did it make sense, mate? Look, you might not know, but they do. Trust me, watching, they absolutely know. Floella Benjamin. What made her get in there then? Why is Floella Benjamin in that establishment in those robes? I don't know what that's about. Who do we owe it to? Well, the doos. The doo-doos. We'll call them the doo-doos. It's got to be the doo-doos, isn't it? They own all the banks, don't they? The doo-doos. It's the doo-doo-doo-doos. Yeah. The doo-doo-doos. Mate, stop it. He was just saying he's seen a better afro. There's no need to keep getting the ump about it. You know what I mean? That's it. Just leave it. Just let it go. Just let it go now. How big is the debt?
We are massive, massive.
It's massive. So, so what else have I got for you? We'll leave the debt clock there. We'll go back to that maybe later, perhaps, if we're feeling so inclined. What else have we got? We've got a bit of news. We've got a bit of news, right? This is you're gonna love this. For anybody that's politically minded, you're gonna love this bit of news, right? UK Energy Minister Miliband ready to run for Labour leadership. The Times reports. Oh yes, we all like a little bit of Ed Miliband, don't we? How can't you not love that guy? Do you know what I mean? I want him to just get rid of all the petrol and diesel cars. I want him to cover up all the countryside with solar panels and win things that can't be recycled or will never pay for themselves in the greater scheme of things. I want him, right, to bring in the 15-minute city, right, so and make us all walk and cycle everywhere. Can't you just wait? UK Energy is going to... See, I told you Starmer weren't going to go anywhere. Starmer isn't going anywhere. Mark my words, I did tell you. Remember the other day when I was saying, I've said it, he's not going anywhere. And the chances are, David Lammy, he'll be the next... Well, I don't know if he'll be the next Prime Minister, but I wouldn't put it past him being... put it past him being the Prime Minister.
What?
Yeah, and I should have put a bet on at the bookies, but I never did. I should still do it, but the odds won't be so good now. He's the Deputy Prime Minister. I said it ages ago. Anyway, let's get into this. London, May the 12th. Reuters, this is. British Energy Minister Ed Miliband has told Cabinet Ministers he would be prepared to run for the Labour Party leadership if Health Minister Wes Streeting moved to trigger an imminent contest. I don't know if it's imminent. He's not going anywhere. The system wants Starmer. And that's why I'm looking forward to this King's speech when it comes up. Because I'm sure it'll be all baked in the cake in there. I'm sure it's there, right? The Times newspaper reported on Tuesday. The Times said Miliband later denied he was actively planning a leadership bid. Miliband did not immediately respond to a Reuters request for comment. Prime Minister Keir Starmer is facing growing pressure from within his own party following a heavy defeat in local elections. We all know about that, don't we? With more than 80 lawmakers calling for him to step down. But 100 of them, plus, signed a thing for him to stay. You see, they're not pushing that out to you, are they? That's it. That's it. It's all done. I thought it was going to be a bit of an article. But actually, that was it. So, yeah, we can all look forward. Imagine if you got Ed Miliband as the Prime Minister of this country. Can you imagine? See, when you say it can't get any worse, can it? Yeah, it definitely can. And it probably will, especially with these lot in charge. Another doo-doo in charge then. Is he a doo-doo? Is he? Well, they're all Zionists, aren't they? You can say Zionists, there's no worries there. They're all Zionists, they're all that. And they're all probably controlled and owned by the doo-doos. I would have thought so, personally. Me personally, I would have said that was the case. What do we got here then? What's going on? Let's go over. Let's quickly hand over to the rich people. Oh, it's gone very quiet in there. It's gone very quiet in there. I thought something was happening. They shut the doors. Is it a lock-in? Why isn't there no commentary on this? Normally yes, and this one, they should, when they pan into the crowd, oh, there is lady so-and-so, and she's lovely, and her expense, we could talk about her expenses list, and what she's entitled to under the British taxpayer. Yes, marvellous. It's lovely to see her. Yes, with her earrings that cost more than 5 of your houses put together, but don't worry about that. Horses, poor people, bloody marvellous. So I was, when I was young, very, very young, I was in school. Oh, it's David Lammy. Oh, he's not going to faint, is he? He's wobbling. Look, he's wobbling. Look at that. He looks great, don't he? Black Rod has to bang on the door. Black Rod? That's a bit racist. There's no need for that. There's no need to be the racist.
The Führer couldn't have said it better himself.
How have they allowed that to be called Black Rod? What is Black Rod? Oh, is that when they whack the door with the stick, isn't it, or something? Is that Black Rod, is it? My God. What is that about, then? Why do they do that? Is it a black rod? Is it actually a black rod? I'm interested now. I'm intrigued. Are you intrigued? Let me know in the comments. Oh, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, by the way. Let a few more people see this lunacy that is my stream. Which he's got his Santa's hat in his hand, look. He's got his Santa's hat in his hand. What's that Santa's hat for? Is it Christmas? Is this something to do with Christmas, is it? See, I could never be in that position. No, it's definitely that. It's definitely a Santa's hat, isn't it? That has got to be a Santa's hat. I present you with the hat of Santa. There you go, look. It's like a dwarf's hat. It's like a Snow White dwarfy hat, isn't it? For the elves. Is she an elf? Are they all elves? Just extra tall ones? They might be, mightn't they? Are they? Who are they all? How did they get in there? Why weren't we invited? I'd have behaved myself. I bet there's a good bit of scran, isn't there? Do you reckon they got vol-au-vents? I like a prawn cocktail myself. I'm a bit partial to the old 80s. The old 80s. Remember the old 80s? Prawn cocktail. That's a bit of me, that is. Where's this black rod then? I'm waiting now. You've got to be waiting for something that's not going to happen. Why are they all just stood in a hallway doing nothing? What is going on? Oh, I don't get it. I don't get any of this madness. Why couldn't he just do it on Zoom? You know what I mean? Too many laughs, guys. Yes, some would say. Oh, hang on. We're moving into position to do something else. Oh, they got trumpets and everything. Oh, what do you do for a living, mate? I'm a trumpeter. You're a trumpeter? Who'd you trumpety for? Well, for the king and that. You trumpety for the king and that? What's the pay like? Shit, mate. Oh, is it? Never mind. Oh, stand to attention. Look. See the band around his hat? That's Masonic, isn't it? That's some sort of Masonic thing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like the flooring in these Masonic halls.
Hats off, strangers!
Hats off, Ranger! I wonder how many times. I bet he stood in the mirror practicing that for ages. Oh, here we go. What's going on here then? Oh, look. I've never been in the house. Is that the Houses of Parliament? I've never been in there. I'd love to. Oh, he's a knob, isn't he? That one there. He's proper. These lot are all dodgy, if you ask me. All of these lot are absolute dodgy. I don't care what anyone says. Why has he bowed his head? I mean, look at it. What is this all about? I'll have to look into this. But I probably won't. I probably won't look into it. Alright, mate. Alright. Irie. You can't say stuff like that. I never said it. You never saw my lips saying that, did you? You never saw that, did you? No, you didn't. Shush. So what's happening now, look? See, they should have to... If you ask me, right, if they're going to play dress up like this, they should have to talk in the old English. Shakespearean times. They should have to actually speak like it. It's all right them cosplaying ancient people of England, but they should look. It's black. It's it's Rod. Look. It's Rod. Says Beth. Too many laughs, guys. Too many laughs. Beautiful setting. Look, absolutely beautiful, isn't it? That. Look, beautiful. The throne. Oh yes, not that sort of throne. Not the sort we're used to. But they all use a throne, don't they, at the end of the day? But yeah, where does all... They should definitely have to speak oldie English, in my opinion. They should definitely... Am I overdriving this audio, by the way? Is this audio a bit much? Tell me if it's a bit too much. I mean, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? That's part of your thing. Right, so you're going to cosplay, right? What period was that? Was that medieval? Was that medieval? I think that was medieval, wasn't it? Shakespeare. Was that medieval period? Somebody will tell me in the chat. No doubt it will be now to see here. pretty much an encyclopedia at this point. Thank you very much, Beth Gish, 5x5, the audio. That's good. That's good to know. So look, they're all got wigs on. Well, not all of them. I mean, a lot of them. What is that about as well? Why do they wear wigs? What is that? Is it another like one of these things where you have to humiliate yourself? You know, you get this really high-powered. You're a king's counsel, but you have to wear a wig. Well, I don't want to wear a wig. You have to, but I don't want it. You know, but if you're going to get paid all this money, you have to wear the wig, mate. You have to wear the wig, right? We're not telling you to put the tights on, but you've got to wear the wig. Oh, I'll wear the wig. You know what I mean? What is that about? Weird. It's just weird stuff. For a commoner like me, for an underclass like me, it's proper weird. Oh, it always has been. Always has been strange to me. Anyway, they're just sitting there now waiting, aren't they? And hopefully he'll be fashionably late. So we'll have a look at another piece of interesting shenanigans, shall we? We'll see if we got something else. And this is a bit interesting. I've come across this. I don't know if many people are aware of this. Right? Not that it's major, but I just thought it was interesting. Football club owners in court on grape charges. Yes, they've been graping, apparently, allegedly. They've been doing stuff to grapes. And, are they going to start doing stuff now? Hang on, let's get this done out of the way. They're the owners of a football club, have appeared in court charged with multiple offences, including grapes, sexual assault, and modern slavery, trafficking, for sexual exploitation. Barry Jewett Barlow, 57, and his husband, Scott, 32, of Southwood Chase, Danbury, allegedly targeted and groomed young males. Essex police arrested the pair on Wednesday, and officers searched Maiden and Tippy FC as part of their inquiries. At Chelmsford Magistrates Court, the defendants spoke only to confirm their date of birth and address, and they were remanded in custody. Defence barrister Oliver Snowden said the pair strenuously denied the allegations. They are due to appear again at Chelmsford Crown Court on the 5th of June. He's got a nice Rolls Royce there, look at that. Nice. The Crown Prosecution Service says Barry Druitt Barlow has been charged with 3 counts of sexual assault on a male, 4 counts of rape on a man aged 16 or over, 2 counts of arranging or facilitating travel of another person with a view to exploitation. Scott Jewett Barlow has been charged with 1 count of sexual assault on a male, 1 count of rape of a man aged 16 or over, 2 counts of arranging or facilitating travel of another person with a view to exploitation. The court was told the alleged offences have happened between 2013 and 2026. Prosecutor Serena Barry said the pair owned businesses in Essex and abroad and could be described as celebrities who live multi-million-pound lifestyles. It is alleged they have both targeted young males. They have recruited them, they have befriended them, they have groomed them, she said. They have invited them to their home and other premises. On Wednesday, a Rolls Royce was loaded onto the back of a trailer and taken away from the Druitt Barlow Stadium in Malden. Police also searched the
My
couple's
lords,
home.
pray be seated.
What? Oh, he's here. Let's have a look then. We're gonna skip this for a minute. We'll get back to that. Because he just mumbled something, didn't he? Has he got a sore throat, bless him? He might have a sore throat, mightn't he? Is he there? Oh, he's there. Okay. Here we go then. What's he gonna have to say? Oh, hang on, big stick. Is that White Rod? I didn't see any banging on the door, did you? Did I miss that? I missed it. I don't know. Anyway. We'll see what happens here then. Do they do any prayers or anything? We're a Christian country. Do you think they're going to do like Amen? You know, like Our Father. Do you reckon there's any of that going on? You'd think so, wouldn't you? Being a Christian country and that. Wouldn't you? Maybe. I'd have thought. Well, what's happening now then? Is they just going to sit there just looking at each other? What is going on? Oh, right, this is it, is it? Why is he closed the door? This is ridiculous. Oh, it is a black rod. What is that about? Black rod. Yeah, okay, less said about that the better. But what is that about? Oh, that's Parliament now. So we're in Parliament now. What's going on here?
Mr. Speaker, the King commands this noble House to attend His Majesty immediately in the House of Peers.
It's all theatre, isn't it? It literally is just theatre. Oh, hang on, what's he going to say? He's not going to say anything. What is going on here? Why is this? Why do we have this? What? And they're all laughing now. Look. What's look? Kenny Badnock and the Sausage Man. The return of the sausage. Walking out, smiling with each other. See, it's just one big game. It's just one big theatre-y game. It's not even real. None of this is it's nonsense. In fact, in actual fact, I'd go so far as to say it's nonsense. So they're going to walk from there to there. Why? What is this about? He's now to see here. He's going to scarper with it. Too many. Yeah, look, they're all pally now, look. Oh, look, chatty. It's all just theatre. All of it. It's just one big puppet show. No dogs allowed in there, mate. Although there's probably a lot of dogs in there. Less said about that about. But look at them. While you're watching this, should we just have another quick look at the deck clock? Let's have another quick look. Let's just have a little look at the deck clock. Why these lot, this is how they live, right? But what we'll do now is we'll just, while they're doing that, we'll just have another quick look at the deck clock. There you go. There you go. That's where we are in reality. That's reality just right in front of you now, right? And in my opinion, this is absolutely not reality. Not for us, anyway. For them, it might be. Oh, it's gone all quiet now. Oh, shush. Diane Abbott's there. Diane Abbott. Somebody must have held her hand. Make sure she got there all right. Look at them all. They're all pals together, mate. All of them. One big happy family there. It's like a big bowl of lovely, delicious milk that they're all drinking from. That's what it is. It literally is, isn't it? Oh, look, David Lammy. Oh, look, David Lammy. Let's have a look. He's bowed to the king with his cultural appropriation. Oh, he's going to fall over. Oh, he's giving him a letter. Dear Jim, can you fix it for me to wear a wig and meet the king? He nearly fell over. I'd have laughed if he fell over.
My lords and members of the House of Commons.
Oh, here we go.
An increasingly dangerous and volatile world threatens the United Kingdom, with the conflict in the Middle East only the most recent example. Every element of the nation's energy...
So, hang on, I've had to pause that because he's literally just handed him the speech, has he? Is that what he just did? He just literally said, like, so all this pomp and circumstance, all this money, right? All this extravagance, all this theatre, all this charade was literally so one man can put another bit of paper in another man's hand so he can read what somebody else, somewhere else, wrote that he's got to say. Brilliant, isn't it? It's brilliant. They really are taking them. Unbelievable.
Defence and economic security will be tested.
Economic security? You just see the debt clock.
My government will respond to this world with strength and aim to create a country that is fair for all.
Really?
My ministers will take decisions to protect the energy, defence and economic security of the United Kingdom.
We've destroyed all the energy.
Term. They will defend the British values of decency, tolerance and respect for difference under our common flag.
And if you moan, they call you
and
far
they will
right.
harness the potential of the pride felt across this country for its communities. My government will take urgent action to tackle anti-Semitism and ensure all communities feel safe.
Oh, so we go for the do's first.
My government
Protect
believes
the
that the United Kingdom's economic security
They're in charge.
depends on raising living standards in every part of the United Kingdom.
That ain't going to happen very anytime soon.
My ministers will support measures that maintain stability and control the cost of living. They will use public investment to shape markets and attract further private investment.
Public money to
They
do
will
it.
deploy the power of an active state in
Do you hear
partnership
that? They're
with
going to use
business
public money.
and enable
Your money, my
reforms
money.
that support higher growth and a fair deal for working people.
They're going to gamble our money now.
My government believes that improved trading relations are vital for the United Kingdom's economic
with Russia?
security,
With Russia?
for significantly raising economic growth
With Russia?
and for lowering prices for working people.
Yeah, if you do a deal with Russia for cheap energy.
My ministers will introduce legislation to take advantage of new trading opportunities,
With Russia?
including a bill to strengthen ties with the European Union.
What about Russia?
My government will also support the economic security of British businesses.
Okay, how do you do that?
Legislation will be introduced to tackle late payments and to reduce the burden of unnecessary regulation through innovation.
They've had years to do this.
The
Years and
United
years.
Kingdom's economic security depends upon world-class infrastructure.
Which we ain't got.
Legislation will be introduced to unlock the benefits of airport expansion, enable roads to be built at pace,
Really?
including the Lower Thames crossing, and deliver a fair deal for the north of England through Northern Powerhouse Rail.
Northern... Oh, God.
My ministers will continue to take all action necessary to safeguard the domestic production of steel.
Really?
My government will also improve the United Kingdom's security by continuing to invest in the renewal of public services. My ministers will push forward with significant reforms to the police, the National Health Service, and to the criminal justice system to help them deliver services the British people expect.
That's AI then.
Legislation will be introduced to increase confidence in the security of the immigration and asylum systems.
Oh,
My government will improve critical infrastructure with legislation to clean up the water industry and establish Great British Railways.
This should have been done years and years and years ago.
My government believes that the United Kingdom should be a country fair for all.
Should be.
And a place where every child is included in the nation's highest aspirations.
What about the poor white kids?
My ministers believe that every child deserves the chance
Especially poor
to
white
succeed
boys.
to the best of his or her ability and not be held back due to poverty, special educational
scrap
needs,
education
or
fees.
a lack of respect for
Scrap
vocational
education fees, totally. Nobody should have to pay for an education. If
My
you've got it up
ministers
here,
will continue to invest in apprenticeships and measures that tackle youth unemployment. They will respond to the Milburn Review and the Timms Review and continue to reform the welfare system to support both young and disabled people to flourish in work as the basis for long-term economic security. A bill will be brought forward to raise standards in schools and introduce generational reforms of the special educational needs system.
you've got AI, you don't even need a school.
My ministers will also proceed with the introduction of digital ID that will modernise how citizens interact with public services.
No, you can stick your digital ID up your ass.
Alongside strong public services and a strong economy, the highest standards of trust in public office are essential for the social contract
Well, we don't
and the
trust them.
United Kingdom's collective security.
We don't trust them at all, do we? I
My
don't.
government will introduce the Hillsborough Law to bring forward a duty of candour for public servants. My ministers will also introduce legislation to enable peerages to be removed. My government will bring forward proposals that strengthen the delivery, accountability, innovation
Peerages to be removed.
and
That's like
productivity
just threatened a
of the
load of
civil
them, isn't
service.
it? That's a threat to loads of them. We can remove your
These
peerage.
proposals will also seek to safeguard its impartiality and core values to enhance trust and confidence in the institutions of government. My government will bring forward a bill to speed up remediation for people living in homes with unsafe cladding and a draft bill to ban abusive conversion practices.
Jesus Christ. What?
In this volatile world, my government will continue to pursue foreign policy
Not seek
based on
peace.
a calm assessment of the national interest.
But you're not going to try and seek peace with
It
these
will continue
nations.
its unflinching support for the brave people of Ukraine who fight on the front line of freedom.
Oh, my God.
My ministers will seek to improve relations with European partners as a vital step in strengthening European security.
Trying to get back in the EU, aren't they?
It will continue to promote long-term peace in the Middle East and the two-state solution in Israel
Should be a
and
two-state
Palestine.
solution, in my opinion. Not absolutely not. Not two states. It should just be the one.
My
And
government
there probably
will also
be, but it'll be the wrong one.
uphold the United Kingdom's unbreakable commitment to NATO and our NATO allies, including through a sustained increase in defence spending.
Got the money for war.
My government will seek to reinforce the long-term energy, defence and economic security of the United Kingdom
They've done away with all
as an
the
essential
coal-fired power
component of
stations.
strength on the world stage.
We're importing gas and,
This will include
energy
housing,
from Norway.
which can be a source
From the
of
North Sea.
insecurity for many people. My ministers will bring forward legislation to increase long-term investment in social housing and to reform the leasehold system, including the capping of ground rents. My government will introduce legislation to tackle the growing threat from foreign state entities and their proxies.
All right.
They
yeah.
will respond to the horrific attack in Southport with measures to protect the British people from extreme violence
Southport.
and honour the victims, the injured
Was that the
and
Welsh?
their families.
The Welsh choir boy.
My ministers will also introduce legislation to improve the country's defences
Or was that the doo-doos?
against cybersecurity threats.
Probably the doo-doos.
My government will support our gallant armed forces and their families who make considerable personal sacrifices
And the homeless
for the
ones.
collective security and freedom of everyone in the United Kingdom.
Digital
My
ID, call
ministers
that
will
freedom.
recognise this service with an armed forces bill that improves the service justice system and establishes the Armed Forces Covenant in statute. My ministers believe that energy independence must be a long-term goal
Energy
of national
independence.
security, and that the nation's energy security requires long-term investment and reform.
This should have been done
As
years ago. We should have at
demonstrated
least
by
had loads of
recent events
nuclear
in the Middle
power.
East.
In the
Increased
90s,
production of clean
early
British
20s.
energy will help to ensure
26
that
years ago,
enemies
we
of
would
the
have
United
had
Kingdom
abundance of cheap
cannot
energy now.
attack the economic
Independent,
security
clean.
of the British people.
They didn't do nothing. They're all
My
crap.
ministers will therefore introduce an energy independence bill to scale up homegrown renewable energy and protect living standards for the long term.
Homegrown renewable
My ministers
energy.
will also take forward recommendations of the nuclear regulatory review
Too late.
and encourage a new era of British nuclear energy
Too
generation.
late. Should have done that in 2020.
My government will remain a leading advocate for tackling climate change and achieving a world free from poverty.
Oh, world free. Can we
The
start
United
here
Kingdom will also
first?
take action to reduce humanitarian need and conflict around the world. My ministers will champion the rights of women and girls to live in a world free from violence.
How's that
This
work?
will include promoting women's full economic and political participation
This is the
within
violent
their
world we live
societies,
in, no matter what you
with
are.
agency over the decisions that impact their lives. Next year, the United Kingdom will take on the G20 presidency and host the G20 summit to drive global growth
Got the money for that
and
then?
reinforce global stability,
To host all
which
that?
is
You're going to pay for all
essential
that?
for the prosperity of working people across
Nice
the country.
banquets and dodgy little dealings, eh?
My government is committed to the strength and integrity of the Union of the United Kingdom and will continue to work closely with the devolved governments to deliver for citizens across the whole of the nation. Members of the House of Commons, estimates for the public services will be laid before you. My Lords and members of the House of Commons,
Estimates. How much?
other measures will be laid before you.
How much? We want to know. We don't want an estimate. We
I
want to know how
pray
much.
that the blessing of Almighty God may rest upon your counsels.
Now to see here. Ruled by half-wits. Absolutely 100%. Yeah, I look, oh, don't trip up, mate. Is he going to trip up again? Is he going to trip up? See, look, he gave him his speech. This is all pointless. Pointless. It's all theatre, pointless nonsense. Tell me in the comments, am I right or am I wrong? This looks like a whole load of wasted time and effort and money to me. That's what it looks like to me. We've got such issues, which we've had forever. Look at them. Do we need this, really? Do we? Oh, it's national pride, Gaz. No, it's not. You can't even raise a St George's flag or the Union Jack without people calling you racist. That's what they do. That's what they do. They say it's racist now. There's no need for looking at everybody like that. Nobody's paying attention to you. Yes, absolute nonsense. So, we will. How long have I got? I've only got a few more minutes. Well, at least we managed to get that in, didn't we? For what it was worth. Yes, so, well, I like the way the first thing they did was talk about the doo-doos, the anti-Semitism. The anti-Semitism. That was the first point of the call there. Wonder why. Why was that? Can't criticise those who rule over you. You can't. You're not allowed to. You're just not allowed to. So anyway, yeah, going back to that other story, let me just turn that down a bit. Because they're all getting a bit like they all need the toilet and that now, don't they? So going back to that other story, he was since featured in reality TV shows including Rich House, Poor House and Below Deck Sailing Yacht. In 2025, he and Scott Derwick Barlow finalised a deal to take over Maiden and Tippy and oversaw their promotion to Tier 7 of the English football pyramid. Some of the big names they brought in to the club include ex-West Ham and Ipswich striker Freddie Sears and former Manchester City and Ipswich player Kevin Horlock as manager. Well, there you go. And they're in jail as we speak. And if they've done the things that they've been accused of, Vegas is here, everybody! Easy. Okay, I know it's Vegas. We should all be pleased to see Vegas because he is a ledge. Good to see you, Vegas. Hope everything's well in your world, mate. Nice to talk to you earlier, as a matter of fact. Then what else have we got? Yes, bigger news. Bigger proper news, really. This is bigger and proper news. Trump heads to Beijing for high-stakes XI, I like to call him, not X, what's XI, talks as Taiwan, what's his name? Xing Ling Ping, something like that. I just like to call him XI. I think it's a much better name. Trump heads to Beijing for high-stakes XI talks as Taiwan tensions, trade disputes test US strength. Well, I think the Iranians tested their strength, didn't they? The Iranians have put them right into perspective, haven't they? The Americanos, funnily enough. President Donald Trump is set to arrive in Beijing Wednesday for high-stakes talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping as the world's two largest powers prepare to negotiate about Taiwan, trade and a fragile US-China relationship increasingly shaped by military tension and economic rivalry. China's stuff, right, is getting better. I don't know if you're aware of this. Some of their stuff now is top end. I mean, top end and nowhere near the price of the top end stuff like cars, their tech. They're really powering on. Really powering on. Trump is expected to press Xi on China's economic and strategic support for both Iran and Russia, including oil revenue, dual-use components and potential weapons transfers, according to senior administration officials. How many Bidens were there? I have no idea. Gaz, did you see... Oh, I've read that one. Top US business leaders also are travelling with Trump to Beijing, including executives from Apple, Boeing, Tesla, BlackRock and Goldman Sachs, highlighting the administration's focus on securing economic deals alongside strategic talks. This is a big deal. This is where it's really at. Not the theatre we just watched in that pantomime. The White House also previewed discussions on artificial intelligence. Massive. That's massive. If you want to get into artificial intelligence and you want to start making money for yourself using AI, I've got something for you in a few weeks. I'm going to send you something. I'm going to show you something in a few weeks. If you don't jump on it, you're going to be left behind. You're going to be left behind, and you can earn money while you sleep. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Something big. It's big. It's really big. On the economic front, the administration focused on trade. Where did I get to? That would help manage. All right. Rapidly expanding nuclear program. Oh, I've lost it altogether now. He's lost it. The White House. Yeah, I got to that bit. Also, officials acknowledged deep mistrust. All right. The White House also previewed discussions. Oh, no, that's where I was. It was the first line after all. Shush. Cybersecurity and China's rapidly expanding nuclear program. Areas where officials acknowledge deep mistrust and limited progress despite ongoing communication channels. On the economic front, the administration is focusing on more targeted trade agreements, including proposed US-China Board of Trade that would help manage commerce in non-sensitive goods. Officials said the framework could initially cover trade in the double-digit billions, with an emphasis on sectors like agriculture and aerospace. It's the second meeting between Trump and Xi in the second Trump administration, following the last face-to-face at the Busan Summit in South Korea in October 2025. This is Trump's first state visit to China since 2017. The summit also comes after more than a year of tariff escalation and uneasy truces between Washington and Beijing, with both sides still trying to stabilise a trade relationship strained by export controls, rare earth disputes and retaliatory duties. Trump entered office promising a far more aggressive trade posture towards China, imposing sweeping tariffs and export restrictions that triggered retaliatory measures from Beijing and rattled global markets. While both governments later agreed to a temporary trade truce reached during talks in Busan, South Korea in 2025, many of the underlying disputes remain unresolved. Administration officials said discussions in Beijing are expected to include a possible extension of agreements tied to rare earth exports. That's what they need. Nvidia and all that with all their chips and everything. They need the rare and all these batteries. It's all about the rare earth stuff. Rare earth. So what they're going to do? They're just going to use everything up. Everything's going to get used up. I wonder if it's going to be like before. We're like, well, this is really good. This is really good. This is clean. This is clean. And then all of a sudden, they'll suddenly realise, oh no, all that stuff that we said was really clean is really, really bad now. You know what I mean? Like when they said eggs were bad, and then eggs are good, and then butter is bad, and then now butter is good. Mental. Chinese purchases of US agricultural products and aircraft. The administration has also maintained a firm posture on Taiwan ahead of the summit. Officials noted the US has approved more arms sales to the island in Trump's first year than during the entirety of the previous administration, reinforcing that Washington is not easing its defence commitments despite ongoing talks with Beijing. They can't handle, right? They can't handle Iran. What are they going to do if they upset China? We're all teetering, aren't we, really? And the energy crisis is yet to reveal itself in its full capacity. Well, that's me for a Wednesday. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope you did. If you did, leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you liked it. You'd like to see more. Which you don't have to watch it, but there will be more because I'm not going to stop. I'm not ever going to stop. I'm going to do whatever I want because I can, unless YouTube's AI says no, gas. You're not doing that anymore. We can't handle it on here. But yeah, so we'll have a quick look at the debt clock before we go. There you go. It's been bubbling away lovely while we've been chatting. And wouldn't you wouldn't you like to be able to earn money like that while you're having a little chat? So I'll be back tomorrow, 7 o'clock UK time. Please, if you haven't already subscribed, please leave a thumbs up if you're watching, because it does help me. Well, it don't help me, but the channel, give the channel a chance. You are the channel, guys. Shush. It doesn't matter. Shush. We just need them to do it for the reasons, okay? Just let them do it for the reasons. Anyway, on that note, how did the stream go, mate? Was it all right?
It was fucking biblical, mate.
Cheers, mate. Right, I'll see you later. Take care. Goodbye.